mysteries. Why aren't these things showing up? Oh, because the first is green, but it's still the effects. Hold on. Mysteries. Okay. Um, Mysteries. I was watching Enter the Stars channel, and he's talking about like those stones, guide stones that got destroyed, and I think wasn't it July 6th, 7/6 that they got um something happened to them. Then they knocked them down. I'm sure if they knocked them down that same day or not. I'm not sure, but he said he saw something. He's thinking about the time capsule also. Anyways, yeah, the time capsule. There wasn't a time capsule found. They had dug 6 feet. He was wondering why they didn't dig any a little further than that to look for it. Then he figured out he thinks maybe that itself it was a time capsule because he looked up some image in the past of a shadow it cast on the ground, and the shadow looked like similar to some things in the past that went down, some buildings. Like it looked like a shadow of a plane in between two buildings that happened in the past, I think. I'm not sure if that's what the time capsule is, and I'm not sure it's because a warning for people in the future. I'm not sure because all of a sudden, like recently, New York City got this warning thing, preparedness thing about a nuke or something. That's crazy, isn't it? Because I was growing up and I think it was around the Reagan's era type. Um, we always worried about Russia, and we don't. We just. Why do we have to worry about other countries? Why can't we just all be friends? I don't know. We should all be friends. We're all talking on here. Russian people put videos out, and we put videos out, and we chat with each other, and we're all friendly. I don't know why the leaders have to be so mean and evil. It seems sometimes. Anyways, that came out where they got them. Um, and then there's talking about uh taking out clothes because was it nuclear dust or radiation or something, and it's about washing their bodies and stuff like that. And like, what about that dust? Because I had like a dream about dust, and like I know when things go down, they cause dust. If people are in buildings, why wouldn't they be like crushed or from all the buildings falling down or something? Where are you gonna go? Because um, this other channel I watch, the channel called Timcast. Anyways, he was talking about he put on a map a big, huge nuclear bomb type shows what damages where and like how big, depending on how big the big nuclear bomb is, I guess. Um, a radius of damage, and about like this one really higher level type one would destroy most of the whole New York City and maybe the state. I don't know. But some people think maybe those things aren't real. But I don't know because they did do blasts in the desert one time, and they a long time ago they made like soldiers watch it under like in a ditch or something, and who knows what kind of radiation effects could happen to them for being so close to it. And as long as it's outside, and most of the people would probably be incinerated anyways, if that's what happens with those kind of bombs. Especially if there's, I, I guess they said there's some bombs that just blow up, and then some bombs that like the nuclear part, maybe that it like and it destroys your flesh and everything. And like in the past, Moses, he threw out dust in the air for in Egypt, and that caused boils on the people's flesh. And so they got this new plague thing out called monkeypox now, and they said it causes boils. So, and Egypt is over there, but we're like a pretend Egypt or something because of that thing underneath Lake Michigan that looks like Egyptian type, similar like the Nile River, but that's the Mississippi here, something like that. um, I just wanted to get this stuff up I wanted to talk about it, get it off my chest because I've been thinking about it and wondering about it and not knowing what's going to happen in the future, but um, also the rapture thing, even though it didn't happen on that day, it could happen anytime, really. So we have to be prepared all the time anyway. So, and I was wondering if the rapture is just anybody see an effect from that? Is that like a nuclear thing, like a flash? I don't know if that's the flash, and they are gonna say it's a nuclear weapon that went off, but maybe it wasn't, and maybe it's just people going to be with the Lord in heaven in the clouds, or maybe they're gonna say that the power. I don't know why they said people stay tuned to their media, because if something like that happened, like a nuke went off, wouldn't it like shut all the power off and all the no radios, no TV, not even a cell phone, because wouldn't it just damage it all? How could they communicate with anybody? They don't have their cell phones and their internet and all that stuff. If it's all blown up and everything, I don't see how anybody could over there could communicate at all. Why would they tell them to stay tuned unless? And what if it was far away and like they said a radiation cloud is coming their way, and it you don't want to get rads, so you gotta stay in your house or something. How I mean, and not open your windows, because if you don't, you can't breathe because you don't have enough fresh air. How are you supposed to go outside and get food and everything? I don't know. It sounds like torture. It sounds terrible. I don't like it. It sounds very, very bad. I just hope I'm not here for that stuff. I've been, in the past, you dream about stuff. You don't know when it's going to happen, if it is ever going to happen. But if it does, like, wow, it's just crazy that you can dream about a future event and like kind of like hope it never does. And when I was growing up, I always didn't like when my parents or grandparents talked about how they might just die eventually in a nuclear war or something. Maybe because that's all they talked about back then. There was the arms race and everything with Reagan, and I didn't. Why do they have to do that? Why did anybody have to even make those things? And destruction isn't good for people. Only like to be creation is. Will God get the glory for the destruction things? I don't know. So I'm recording a video right now, and I'm trying to think what else to talk about. Like, there's definitely words do have meaning, and numbers have meaning, and words have numbers, and the things are connected. And all that video, that New York emergency nuke video, alert video, the lady on there, I think she's using a green screen because behind her is like all still image of a city area. Cars just sitting there, no people walking around, nothing. It was just basically her probably walking on a green screen and just saying what she had to say. And I don't know if any. And then some, on the other channel, Timcast, they're saying that people would probably just end up going crazy. They won't be calm because when they rush the stores and buy food up, they try to do that. I mean, because most people just get it when they need it. They don't like save up food for months or on end or anything. How long would and how long would they make them wait to just come out of their house at all? How long would doesn't dust that nuclear dust last a long time? How are they gonna ever be able to get out of their house if they're stuck in there? I was thinking maybe they would like if they had robots, maybe they'd send robots out to um help people get their food to their house or something. If people couldn't go out of their houses and they couldn't work, they wouldn't have money for their bills or anything like that. They'd be stuck, and maybe they would have all these robots saved up for the time when something like that would happen, and they would put them into service. I wonder if robots would probably be affected by it too, because I think radiation isn't good for them either, for their mechanical parts. It might not be radioactive. Prevent. They might not be able to not be affected by it, or unless they would send people out with all these things covering their bodies. But how long would that last too? So, and I don't know when all these things they talk about are gonna run out, like things for the cars, like the oil for all the tractors and cars and trucks that deliver food. Is that soon? And what about like then the food and then things? We thought it wasn't bad. We thought it was really bad before when the toilet paper wasn't at the store and things like that, and a few canned items are gone. I couldn't imagine what it would be like if nothing was at the store. And how is anybody going to grow food outside if there's like nuclear ash or something in their backyard? How are they going to get food from outside? It'll be covered with something they can't eat or anything. Um, I don't know. I hope that doesn't happen. Just pray. Pray that doesn't happen. Pray that every country would be safe and happy, and all the people in every single country would be safe, and all the animals, the birds. Just pray they'll be safe. I don't like the end of the world. I didn't like it when they were talking about animals dying either. I was worried about the fish in the seas. Please help them all, I pray. Um, Anyways, I hope you have a great, wonderful day. I'll talk later. Bye.